Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. Tonight's going to be a quick video. Just welcome back to the channel. If it's here your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. So I want to talk about quitting. Sometimes for us from bodybuilding, we sometimes see quitting as, quitting on yourself more than it is quitting on the sport, because bodybuilding is always kind of the idea of improving yourself, training, your food. It's always something that you're managing, something that has structure. And quitting on that almost feels like giving up on that structure, something that us as bodybuilders kind of hold in high esteem, discipline, consistency, structure. It's something that really pays off on stage. So it almost feels like if people quit, like they're giving up on that, but it's not always like that. We are all so different, and all of us have different goals. We all have different levels of, hot and cold, and what we like and don't like, what we're good at, what we're not good at. And I always think that, cutting something, saying I'm stopping completely, it almost feels like if people sometimes can't do it all the way, they don't even do anything. It's almost like bodybuilders when we diet our asses off Monday to Friday and Saturday to Sunday, there's zero structure. Or not zero structure, there's so much nonsense food that people that don't do the sport, they don't even eat as healthy as bodybuilders do when they cheat. It's incredible. It's almost like that. It's like when you quit, you all of a sudden don't do any training at all anymore. You don't care or eat anything that you used to eat anymore. For me, that makes no sense. Even if I'm not competing, I'm always kind of doing my diet. I'm always kind of training or doing something physical. So that's not just the way some people are, I guess. But in general, we all should be moving. We all should be eating right. And it almost feels like that middle ground is a good place for many people to be. But of course, yes, I think maybe 5% of people are on that casual good way. 95% or do that for 2-3 weeks and they completely give up and they decide, no, I'm not going to do zero structure, I'm going to go back to my pie and Coke every day. Fuck that. It's almost like that's quitting. But the in-between for most, and I feel there's a lot of athletes, and I'm talking athletes in general, the mindset, that hang out in that middle ground, that are kind of casual, that love training, love staying fit, love eating right, but never compete. I think there's a lot of people that fall in that group that are just not competitive. And I think that's a good place to be if you're not competitive. I don't think you should ever quit completely with what we're doing. I do sometimes see athletes doing that, and I always make the joke saying, if I had to stop bodybuilding, I'll stop eating. It's the one thing I'm looking forward to stop, worrying about my food, which is complete nonsense because I love eating, good food, to some extent. I enjoy eating, and, it's not something that I would say I hate at all. But of course, when you're on a structured diet and it's not food that you like, then of course that could be something that becomes a pain in the ass over a couple of years, So that's just kind of something that I wanted to talk to you tonight about quitting. It almost feels like some people are sitting right on the fence. It's almost like they are, completely in or completely out. Understand that there's a middle ground for you. Understand that there's a place where you can take a breath, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, get your shit together, and then, get yourself a goal or focus on something. Okay. So that's just kind of my idea for tonight. It's, in the past, I used to be very, disappointed if you see people quit. But many moons ago, you'll be disappointed. You're like, yeah, the guys, it almost feels like they're missing out on the opportunity. Again, that goes back to me being very grateful of everything I'm doing. I'm just happy not to be missing out on things that I can do and that I love to do. Okay. Have a great night, guys. See you tomorrow.